When you think of Japanese cuisine, you're probably thinking about sushi or ramen. But today, we are going to learn something that is said to be cozy, delicious, and surprisingly easy. Hi, I'm Anne, and welcome to the Nomadic Kitchen. Welcome back to the Nomadic Kitchen. So, this week's letter is actually the letter C. Last week was B. So, the vegetable that we'll be cooking today is cabbage. And this recipe that we are going to be learning to cook is actually a Japanese, inspired by a Japanese recipe, but doing it the vegetarian way. All right. So, if you want to learn how to cook this specific recipe, grab your apron and let's cook. So the ingredients for this specific recipe are cabbage, tofu, small carrot, some mushrooms, soy sauce, sesame oil, onion, and some cooked rice. And don't forget your salt and your pepper. So the recipe that we're actually going to cook today is a vegetarian cabbage roll. So the first thing we're going to do is get some water in our pot. We're going to bring it to a boil. Then we're going to peel our cabbage leaves from our cabbage, get them washed, and then we're going to put them in that boiling water to be blanched for about a minute or two. So while our water is being boiled, first to blanch our cabbage, we're going to prepare our mushroom and our carrot and our onion. So these we are going to mince to be cooked with the tofu. So now that the pot is boiling, we're going to add our cabbage leaves for them to be blanched. So we're going to prepare our filling. So our filling would be our mushrooms, our minced carrot and onions, our tofu, and our rice. So we're going to add some sesame oil to the pot. We're going to add our onions and carrots. And we're going to add our mushrooms. Now I am only doing a small amount, so that's the reason why I can't give measurements. This is just a recipe that we are learning to cook. We're going to add our tofu. Don't forget your salt and your black pepper. Now we're going to add some soy sauce to this, maybe a tablespoon. Then you're going to add your rice. Now this mixture needs to kind of hold together or bind together, they say. So this looks about ready. Our cabbage leaves are ready. So we just need to pat dry these We're going to remove the stem, a bit of the stem, so you'll be able to roll it. We're going to put 1 to 2 tablespoons of filling. And we're going to roll and tuck. And this would be our first roll. So for this part of the recipe, we're going to add some vegetable broth to our pot, some soy sauce, about a tablespoon of soy sauce. Mirin can be used for sweetness. Don't ask me what mirin is, I'm not sure what it is. But mirin can be used for sweetness based on the recipe, but it's optional. So instead of mirin, you can use a tablespoon of sugar. So adding a tablespoon of sugar to our pot. So in this broth, we're going to add our cabbage rolls. And we let that simmer for about 20 minutes. Our cabbage rolls are ready. So I'm going to gently take it from the broth and plate it up. I'm going to spoon some sauce over it. And we're going to garnish with some spring onions and some sesame seeds. Why not? So guys, our vegetarian cabbage roll is ready, and it's time for the best part, which is the taste test. All right. So I'll let you know if this is a recipe we're cooking again. My cabbage is breaking apart. My cabbage is breaking apart. Remind me, I'm not a knife expert. So this is actually good. I think I would actually pair it with some rice, even though it has rice on the inside. The taste that I'm getting from it, especially the sauce that we did, was like a sweet, salty taste. But overall, it is good. What I would actually probably add to it is spice. That's just me. But for persons who don't like spice, then that's fine. And this is not a spicy dish, but I like spices. So I guess I'll just throw a bit of cayenne pepper on it after, just to suit my taste. But overall, this is a good dish and it's worth trying.